Check, check.
Check, check. Booting up. We are now streaming on two of the platforms. One of the platforms. Twice. Facebook. Ba-bam, ba-bam.
Facebook twice.
We are now on Facebook and YouTube. Bam, ba-bam, ba-bam.
Anal leakage.
All right. This is the Sons of Tree Air live stream and podcast. I'm your host, Dan Cohen. I'm joined by Michael Jordan Peterson.
What up?
And I'm
And
joined
remember to get your Kanye West spayed or neutered.
Gotta hit those faster.
Oh
Gotta
my
hit those faster.
God. Oh
Although,
my God.
ye be correct. Also, I'm joined by Jank Angles.
Self-hating capitalist back for another round? Question mark?
Yeah, why the question mark there?
I don't
He
know.
doesn't have capital.
I don't have capital.
You don't have capital.
Does that make me a communist?
It kind of does.
Oh, I knew it.
For the record, I will be listening to We Are the Communist Party with English lyrics for most of the episode, as I do now most days now that I've discovered this joy. So I'm going to try to talk and focus on tonight's topic, but I got to warn you, I'm not going to be focusing very much. It's kind of a blow-off episode because I can't get this song out of my head. I should have put that in the links tonight, just something fun. But I didn't because I'm lazy. You know, that's the problem.
Aren't we all?
We are. I want to live calmly in a society with generous social security.
What? You don't want to have all your surplus values vacuumed up by exploitative capitalists?
No.
Lazy.
Nope. I want to live in a
Lazy.
democratic society of international cooperation with no militaries.
You don't want a pay to win election system that means that the only thing that counts as speech is money? What?
I would much prefer to get preschool care for 300,000 children, at least.
Lazy. Lazy children.
What? You don't want to have to eat the corpses of your dead babies after it's turned into Soylent?
Ooh, that's a little dark for me. I don't know if I'm gonna continue that game.
No, I think I would. I think I would rather raise the minimum wage to 1,500 yen. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'll let it go.
Dashing and listening to SOT. Free Billy Carter. Free Billy Carter. We heard about what happened to you, comrade, and it is bullshit. It is an attack on the workers.
Free my Negroes over there.
Well, I'm not going to call him my Negro. I don't think that's appropriate for me to do that, especially given the context.
I know it's not appropriate for me to do that either, so I'm also going to pass on that.
Yeah, thank you for the offer to get us absolutely shit canned, but no thank you.
And I am just a troll.
Well, it's something you can do for reasons that if I say them is going to sound worse than I mean. And so maybe I won't do that.
Hey, sometimes your knees grow. That's all I'm saying.
You got some knees growing, boy, huh? Are you one of those knees growing boys? I think you're doing it wrong. No, I'm doing it right. His knees are growing before my eyes. Look how big they are.
Oh,
Lad was nigh on 4 feet yesterday.
It's
Now
just
he's nearly
reverse.
5.
It's just the reverse racism. Let me throw out a hard R.
Is it a front end or a back end R? Because that changes what word you're doing.
Oh, all the R's. You got people in the front and the back and the middle. You got a human centipede of hard R's.
From the window to the walls, y'all can say the hard R. Y'all can say the hard R. I wish he had done that song so it would have been more appropriate. Because I ain't saying he's a Jew, but I am saying his last name's Goldstein. Steen. I ain't saying he's a Jew, but I'm saying his last name is Goldstein. He took my money from my White Lives tees.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
And he won't produce them. He done J-worded me. Oh, he's J word all of the time, directly
As-
to me.
Assault and battery.
I'm yeah, so
Now he's got to do Whitey's in Paris.
you was oppressed as a white man in Paris.
Fuentes in
Crackers in
Paris.
Paris.
Is in Paris. Wow,
I got my
Kanye's
crackers in Paris.
Ka-
Turfs in Paris.
Kanye's helping us take back the word. Hey Lois, Lois, I ruined $1 billion industry. Lois, I was worth $1 billion and then I ruined it because I kept saying the J word.
Quit backing away, advertisers. Come back here.
Why y'all mad at me? I was just making fun of the fact that you have a Jewish member on your staff and told you to fire him on the basis of his religion and or nationality.
My dude is the laziest man I've ever seen in my life.
He's something. So like I'll give you a little background through the sources I have, which are the sources one of the sources we use on the show for when we do our kind of spitball and we want different takes in the mainstream media, because it seemed kind of weird that Kanye would just out of nowhere be like, "I hate the Jews," right? So
That's fair.
the
For
rough,
him?
well, yeah, no, it was weird, right? Because that was kind of unprovoked that he would just start being like, "Man, I hate the Jews. I don't like them. I don't know why they're so mean. They're not Christian." Like that was a really odd move. Like that came out of nowhere. It's because his Jewish business partners would not help him print White Lives Matter T-shirts, and he was too lazy to go find another billionaire to help him print White Lives Matter T-shirts. Of
So he
which,
goes full. He goes,
yeah,
so, he, so he goes full on anti-Jew over some T-shirts.
over some fucking White Lives Matter T-shirts, because he's like, nah, this fashion is dope. I'm good for it. And they're like, Kanye, we don't want to print White Lives Matter T-shirts, and he's like, why are you oppressing me? And they're like, Kanye, we don't want.
I'm the most oppressed person of all time.
Yeah, because I had originally called it. I said it's weird. You know, remember how I said my first argument was, well, he couldn't name names, so like he's being weirdly anti-Semitic. Well, as it turns out, I was wrong. He could name names, but once he can name names, the problem is there. Like the source we use, and I won't name them because we have the general consensus between Michael Jordan Peterson and I is this is not a good look. So I'm gonna let that person speak for themselves. But their consensus is that that's how Kanye was fighting white supremacy, which grifting,
Nah.
looking for nobility and grifting is looking for nobility in capitalism. One of the things we've long panned on this show. There is no nobility through capitalism. You
But
can't,
how are we gonna be made whole unless we get the bag?
yeah. Now we got. Well, I mean, to be fair, how are you going to be made whole unless you get the bag? But it's where the bag comes from, isn't it? If it's from grifting and reinforcing white supremacy, you still can't be made whole. White
Right.
supremacists aren't going to pay everybody the reparations you so desperately deserve.
Why wouldn't they?
Well, gee, I don't know.
What? You mean capitalism disproportionately targets and annihilates black people? What?
Stop the presses. I know. The like.
Ugh, my heart. No one told me.
No. Hey, why? Yes, I was a bad student of history. Why do you say anything about it? But yeah, so the the anti-blackness is baked
What
into
if
it because
what if the person that caused all of this was Mort Goldman?
oh my god, you know
He
what?
knew it
No,
all along.
I'm gonna be real. I'm not saying he caused it, but there is a Mort Goldman type who is involved in this directly. Like
Hey Mort, print my White Lives Matters tee.
I don't really want to print your White Lives Matter tee. They make me very uncomfortable. A couple of guys in White Lives Matter tees came over and shoved a pine cone in my ass. Then they muttered something anti-Semitic. I was very terrified. I'm not gonna do that now. Kanye, I'm not gonna participate in this. And
I'm
like,
going DEFCON 3 on you.
oh geez, I've made another person very, very angry. Oh, I'm bad at this. I'm bad at being in general society. I'm gonna go back to my stacks of money now. Um, People would be like, "Oh my God, Dan, you're being anti-Semitic." Number one, I can't be. I rather like Jews. Number two, I hate billionaires. So like, good. I'm glad you guys got in a fight. That's fine, right? Like, oh no, billionaires fighting each other. This is somehow my business. Why? Spend more money. Keep going. How do you like that? How do you like that answer? Fuck them. Keep going. Keep ruining your billions of dollars. Keep pissing them away of your stupid fucking hissy fit over the couple of Jews that you didn't like in your supply chain. Go ahead, do it. I'll wait. It's funny to me. Now go on.
I'm going for the high score.
Yeah,
Oh my
he's
god. I'm going for the high score.
yeah. Go ahead, do it, dum dum. See what the fuck happens. Like I give a shit. I don't give it. Like I can only hope more billionaires go insane in public. Like Elon Musk, great. Keep pissing away money. Do it. Piss it away
Oh
because
yeah,
now it's
it's a
not in.
bad day for billionaires.
Yeah. Well, look how stable and smart they are.
Well, I
Like
don't
they should be,
understand
it's
why.
like they should be in charge of everything, right?
Yeah, they're so
I don't
mentally well.
understand why they simply don't work superhumanly harder than everyone else and earn their money back.
Yeah. Why do
Is it,
they? Why?
hasn't he always had that ability?
Yeah. Why are they going out in public crying to get free money? They should just be working hard like they always have. Oops.
Yeah.
Oops.
Won't Elon Musk just work for 800 hours next week and somehow make all of his money back?
Yeah. I
He
thought
works
we're.
so hard. He's definitely worth the 22 gazillion he gets an hour.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, welcome back, chat. We kept going. Don't
Also,
worry.
that 22 gazillion is the count of victims of under communism.
I earned $1 for each victim under communism. You've earned $30,000. Exactly. No, the rest of them all had it coming. Woo! Dan said something spicy. Mark that down. How long did it take us? That was
20 minutes,
A
maybe?
new record.
it was 12 minutes and 30 seconds. It's getting pretty close.
So Kanye out here doing actual Hitlers.
Yeah, though, for real. At first, I was like, I think you people might be like. Here's the thing, he
Hey
has.
guys, tone it down, man. Tone it down.
I'm gonna need you to tone it down here, Kanye. I agree that the World War II was a Jewish conspiracy, but also those people really did die.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that World War II was a globalist conspiracy to make Hitler look bad, but also those people are dead, and we probably shouldn't say that. A lot of my advertisers come from Israel, and they're
I'm
not.
1.4 billion dollars in now for this fucking lawsuit, and I really can't handle
Yeah, they're gonna keep. By the way, that Alex Jones lawsuit, they are just gonna keep adding numbers to that, aren't they? They're
it.
like,
Yeah, it's
we got to match Kanye with Abby Shapiro.
yes. Oh my God, him just being like, I'm sorry, you're such a beautiful big titty Jew, but I hate you. Can I fuck him? Well, we're all thinking the same thing.
The ultimate kryptonite for him.
Yeah,
Horniness.
giant big titty Jewish women. To be fair, my kryptonite is giant big titty races, so understandable. You give me SE cups, and I'm hard pressed to not at least fake it. Who names yourself S cups and is like, yeah, my career is on my talent? Come on. That would be like naming yourself John Big Dick, Big Dick, with middle like John, like handsome John Big Dick, and you're like, excuse me, my career is clearly based on talent. Is it? Fuck you.
Sir, that name does not seem to apply to what you're dealing with here.
Yeah. By the way, on that commentator, her name is like the way she pronounces it. She's C Cups. She's Sarah Elizabeth Cups, so it's C Cups. And I was like, yeah, okay, like come on, Yes, your tits are big and beautiful. There's no reason to advertise it, you bastard. We
You
can all see them.
bastard.
We can just see them and lament that you're a piece of shit. Why do you have to do this? Huh? Why do you gotta be this way? But whatever. I'm the bigot, I suppose.
I mean, both can be true.
Both can be true. Both are true.
Oh, you're such a bigot to the most oppressed and more minority there is. Rich
What?
white men.
I'm oppressive to white women.
I knew it.
But for real though, kind of.
Oh my god, it's a weird day whenever Alex
It's
Jones was the
okay.
reasonable one on his show.
Yeah,
It's
It was
right.
a
okay. It's cool. You married a white woman. You're in the clear.
Yeah, I did the smart thing. I just married a white woman to cover for it. You know what's funny? So did that commentator. He was like, I can say whatever I want about white women now. I married one. Ooh, that doesn't look as good as you think it does.
Yeah, it doesn't work, buddy.
that that's that doesn't you know what? You're so smart you outthought yourself on this one. You gotta fuck this up,
You knew
buddy.
he was. You knew he was just sitting at home. I'm so fucking clever. Oh, I'm gonna jerk off to myself.
It's sad. I
So
like
fucking
him.
clever.
I like him, but really, like, come on, you out clevered yourself, you dumb son of a bitch. Calm down. It don't matter how smart and right you are, you can still fuck up pretty epically.
Uh,
It's bad form, sir. Bad form. We are the Communist Party. Shit.
stop. Hitler time.
I gotta post swastikas on Maine. Nothing bad can happen to me.
Quick, while Twitter is free speech.
Oh,
Oh
look,
my god.
they cut away my free speech rights to say that I love Adolf Hitler. How terrible! Woe is me! Everybody's so mean to the black guy in this country.
Do
Just
you rub his face in it?
yeah, you're like a dog. Like you're like, see what you did there? You pissed on the
No.
carpet.
Bad gay. Bad gay. We do not do this in the house.
You didn't have to do this. You made an active set of decisions to act like an asshole. You were like, it would be a really good idea right here is if I was a total douchebag. Oh, for the love of God. See, the problem is my cold's starting to catch up to me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I hope it's not the plague.
No, but it is my Jewish sinuses. Let's see how Kanye talks about that one.
Oh man.
Also, the
Well,
irony is not past me that we really are the Jewish media making fun of him, right? Because we're led by a Jew, me.
do I get provisional Junus?
For this purpose, you know what? Yeah, I grant it.
All right, excellent,
Oh,
excellent.
cool. Do
I'm
I?
gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna spin dreidel as craps. Like you get my money out.
Do I get
Just in a
provisional
back
Jews?
alley, just in a back alley, a bunch of guys, a bunch of Hasids standing around a dreidel, throwing
Yeah, man,
money.
I'm gonna get this Mazel Tov all day. Yeah, bro. It's going straight to my 401k.
Yo, watch this. I'm gonna get that girl right now. I'm gonna slam. Yo, baby, I got a pension. Yo, baby, I own a small but reasonable piece of land.
Hey, yo, girl, I got a 12-inch bank account.
My checkbook's so thick that it's hard to carry and hurts my back. Ooh. Quit staring at it. He's gonna notice. Who cares if he notices? I want him to notice.
This is kosher leather on that bank account. Kosher leather seats.
Oh my god. Somehow we're being less anti-Semitic than Kanye. Isn't that weird?
It is wild.
It is wild.
I'm impressed
I
at
know.
your abilities.
Thank you. That's all. You know what? Because of that, guess what, buddy? You get it too.
Provisional Junus,
Yep.
finally.
One night only.
Oh, make it count.
I'm gonna pass on my. I'm gonna pass on my K word.
I got Gimmel, but you got a
Oh
hay.
man, that means I get a K word pass. I'm gonna use it all day, every day,
You get 24 hours.
24 hours. I'm gonna make you so uncomfortable.
My K word.
My K word.
My K word.
K word, please.
That
Oh
is
my
really
god.
what it kind of boils down to, though. In all honesty, is the fact that Kanye was not able to produce those T-shirts, and they took away his K word pass.
You know what? Fair.
Sorry, I'm making myself laugh, and you guys are really making me laugh tonight. I'm really, I was like, I'm feeling kind of shitty. We got to talk about Kanye West. This is gonna be terrible. You got to be like, you got to condemn the anti-Semitism. You guys have made condemning anti-Semitism fun. Thanks. That's why I love you.
You're welcome.
Well, you dress for the job you want.
Dress for the anti-Semitism you want.
That's why you cover yourself in ski attire and a ski mask and go on Alex Jones to talk about how much you love Hitler. Going for the job you want. Guy in a death squad. Did
I
you see that shit?
agree.
Did
Yeah,
you
I did. It was wild.
Dude, did you watch the video? I went on InfoWars and watched some of it. It was fucking
I
nuts.
watched it. I watched
Did
it.
you do all
It
3 hours?
was. I watched the first 50 minutes, basically. Did
Yeah,
I go back and
3
watch more?
hours?
he did.
What?
Yeah, dude, my man went on for 3 hours about how much he hated the Jews, and I was like, respect. No, I go off for 3 hours on how much I hate myself. I was like, he might actually be Jewish. This might be a real fucking fuck up.
He might actually be Jewish.
Nobody hates the Jews as much as us.
That's fair. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, that's why I ain't laughing because it's true. We just we just fucking hate ourselves. Fuck, man. Yeah, no, he went the fuck off. It was fucking wild.
3 hours?
3 hour anti-Semitic tour. Yeah.
My dude was just unloading.
Yeah, but for real though, dude, he was like, there is no downside to me doing this at all.
This will never come to bite me in the ass.
This is the best idea I've ever had. And even Alex Jones was like, "Oh Christ, I'm in trouble now." I
My
have
man,
fucked up.
Yeah.
my man, both sided the Hitler.
Yeah. Who's to blame here? Do we really need to blame poor Adolf Hitler? I'm just saying.
Could
Jordan
have been
Peterson,
anyone at
Jordan,
fault.
Jordan Peterson would be like, "What do we do about the Jewish problem?" Kanye West is just like, "Fuck them Jews."
Yeah. Well, then he's going out there and he's like, "Yo, I got to appeal to black people. Slavery was our fault entirely." I was
That
like,
sounded like a choice. I was like, "What?"
it's like he believes that his class made him white. Had a net and a yoo-hoo to represent Bibi Netanyahu.
Well, I have a theory. It's not fully formed yet, but I have a theory,
Oh?
and it involves the Southern versus Northern racism dichotomy. Because in the South, you're allowed to get close, but you can't get higher. But in the North, you're allowed to get as high as you want. You just can't get close. And he got so high up in the ranks, getting so rich and so powerful that he thought that he could just chum it up with everybody, get super close to the rich white motherfuckers, and then they was like, nah, fam,
Well,
not cool.
you know what? I'm going to be bleak about it for a moment, right? Um, yeah, the Jews he dealt with did have money, so like he has a class proximity problem, right? Like he's like, all the Jews got money. No, the Jews you interacted with had money, like all 40 of them. You know what I mean? Because like Kanye, I got to tell you right now, I don't have money. You outrank me on class. This is what it is. But like, you know, in the racial hierarchy for whites, like yeah, like it is very readily apparent that Jews outrank black people. In I don't know why that is like such a dramatic thing that in America's fucked up racial system, like black people are on the bottom. That's why we have to liberate black people as a united front, right? Like that's why, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense why we would need to do this thing because it'd be like, oh, I don't see the problem.
Yeah.
But there is a legitimate problem. So like this idea that there's no issue at all is like what in the fuck? But
Just stepping over that charred black body.
yeah, like there's one group that suffers the most of that violence. It is black people. Like we tend to get rhetorical violence a lot. The uptick in anti-Semitic physical violence is pretty shocking, but it kind of makes sense, right? Because anti-blackness is the number one driver. That's the actual thing capitalism's for. That's what it does. That's how it succeeds. It racializes itself and it attacks blacks. And then under that, from the rhetorical standpoint, it's anti-Jewish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we get
Yeah,
the
Well,
number.
that's more into the finer line between where do you draw the line between an Arab and a Jew?
Yeah,
You know,
It-
that's when you're actually like in conservative theory. I don't know. Nazi theory.
yeah. This is wrong. This is
But all of
wrong.
them, just like, nah, kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, but like like if we're gonna be dead ass honest, like that's where we're kind of sitting right now. What we're seeing is actual like we're seeing the public be very anti-black. We've been seeing that for a while. The minute and I like first off, fuck a black conservative because I hate conservatives. But objectively speaking, a black conservative, just like a female conservative, they're gonna get it 10 times worse. And they do. They do objectively get it 10 times worse.
Hmm.
yeah.
You know, because now they feel now the media
Oh,
and liberals feel
hey,
entitled to
hey,
racism of their own.
oh, hey, guys, who's this roast for? There's a giant open pot of a kettle with a fire under it. Hey, what are you guys coming close to me for? Why you surrounding me?
Yeah, but the libs feel entitled to it, and God knows the conservatives will do when they have a minority group in play. If you're not explicitly living supremacy, the moment you announce that you're acting out of lockstep with orthodoxy, they feel entitled to, right? But the counterpoint to that is maybe you ought to sit down and rethink your fucking viewpoint. Like, I can't protect you from your own bad decisions. You opted to be a conservative. This is what you do get in this country, right? That's partially true, and I know that's like, oh, you're blaming the victim, but like, Kanye, you bought this. You were like, I'm a billionaire now. I'm white. It's cool. Everybody has to respect me because I'm a white man now. And no, they're acutely aware that you're a black man. They're very much
You
aware
haven't
of it.
fooled anyone.
They're all like, whoa, buddy, whoa, buddy.
Whoa! Hey,
Whoa,
whoa!
you can't claim the J card.
Whoa! 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 Hey! Whoa, buddy! Whoa!
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, whoa
Yeah.
there, Nelly.
There's an idea that in capitalism you become white through wealth.
Dude,
Whiteness.
my dude Hotep so hard that he lost his entire billion.
Yeah, well, look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon did something more tepidly, and he lost what, like 100 million flat.
Yeah, yeah. He should have BCC'd the memo to Kanye.
Yeah, it's like honestly, what are you doing with your boy Nick? You have $1 million industry entertaining kids and now talking to like grown black men, and you fucked up on one thing. Kanye was like, nah, fuck it, I'll just go for white people, which
Kanye's is doubling down.
he is. But I mean, I'll say this, among poor whites and among racist white billionaires, I think he's a hit because
Oh yeah,
you know,
because he validates everything that they want.
yeah. I mean, literally, he's like white people. It's okay. Slavery was our
And
fault, not yours.
low key, the reverberations in the black community is absolutely terrifying right now. Horrifying. Oh,
It it is depressing.
he's unleashed a whole new wave of anti-black colorist sentiment in the community.
I had I had one time given
He truly is the Black Trump.
no, he's the Black Obama. He's-
I will also acceptable.
yeah. I'll tell you what. I had one time. This is very weird. I had never experienced anything like that. And unfortunately, what I found out very quickly is that the person I was with had never experienced anything like this either. But one time, I'd picked up this black guy was hitchhiking, and I just picked him up. I gave him a ride, town over, so he could get to a Greyhound bus station. You know what I mean? And we were talking. He's like, "Man, there's a lot of racist white dudes around here." I said, "Yeah, I know. I'm Jewish." And he goes, "A Jew gave me a ride." I was like, "Listen, brother, we're in this one together. They're against. They hate us both, man. You
A
need
little bit
this
of
ride."
solidarity there.
Yeah, and he was just like, he was weirded out. And then like, he, this is kind of terrible too. Like we both did this one, right? So first he goes for his pocket, and he's like looking for his wallet, but he goes for his pocket. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm about to get stabbed. And then I went for my vape pen, and he goes, oh shit, that's a vape pen, not a knife. Thank God, I thought I was gonna get stuck. I hope that guy's doing okay.
It's just a permanent vehicular Mexican stand down.
Listen, at first I was like, why would he think that? Then I was like, he had every reason to think that. I had the responsibility to show him I was not a danger. Because then he was like, I'm going to keep my bag with me if that's all right. I said, yeah, you can throw it in my trunk, but yeah, that's fine too, whatever. But yeah, he was a real nice dude. But the main point is that, like, those interactions can go fine, but once white people are involved, they go poorly. They go poorly. And when you get richer, they go poorly. Because as it turns out, wealth is whiteness in this country up to a point until you're interacting with wealthy whites. Then suddenly your white card is revoked. You are not white. And Kanye did not get the
Bad
memo.
news for you, bud.
Yeah. There's a reason. Farrakhan.
Kanye just think he's too big to read memos.
Yeah. Well, he said he hates books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although mysteriously, it looks like he read Mein Kampf, but that's just me.
Yeah. We got it on audiobook. It's fine.
You put that shit on repeat, go to sleep to it every night,
Yeah.
jerking off to it.
he's, he's like, I fucked a stripper to this, and it's Mein Kampf, the audiobook.
Yeah.
Das deutsche Volk.
Oh my god.
I am too sick right now to do the Hitler voice, but just know I was seriously contemplating doing it.
There was a close effort made. I understand.
You saw it. You saw it right there.
I heard it coming.
Yep. Das deutsche Volk. My throat hurts.
I heard him cringe from here.
Oh god, he's gonna do it. It's gonna be accurate, and it's gonna feel disturbingly right. It's not even gonna be funny at this point. Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
No, 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 no! We are communists. Oh man. We're commies.
The communes. The communes.
And next up on the communists.
Next up on the communists, we have a NPR voice in here because that's the opposite of what they would do in any given situation. Let's just sell out to the stage. I'm Ezra Klein.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really get offended when people say the Jewish media. I'll be honest, and the reasoning is, like, you get a disproportionate representation of us in the media. You just do. At the national media level, they love a rich liberal Jew. They love a rich conservative Jew. What I'm saying is, they do love the Jew as performer, right? The rabbi Jew out there doing things. They love it. They can't get away from it. It's just in their blood. They're like, this feels so good. This feels right. It feels right, Brian. It feels right.
The final boss in all their heads is just a rabbi.
Yeah.
Just a rabbi, a Cuphead style rabbi.
Not even a special rabbi, just a regular ass rabbi.
Don't mess with rabbi. Don't mess with the king. Don't mess
Oh my god,
with
he's using a special skill. Start breaking out the Sephiroth music.
No, it's that King Dice music. Don't mess
Rabbi
with
time.
Rabbi.
Rabbi
Jewish
time.
boss. Jewish boss. That's what you hear.
The
We are
original
terrible.
Jewish one-wing angel.
Sephiroth. Oh my god. Dude, that
Yeah,
would be.
Jewish Sephiroth. I was planning it, but you didn't pick it up.
Ah. Oy vey, my mom. Oh, jeez, Cloud, you gotta understand. I was doing this for my mother's sake. I didn't want her to be in that tube anymore. Don't you understand? Don't you take care of your mother? You're a very bad son. Look at you. I burned your mom alive. Where were you to protect her? Huh? It's maybe your fault, don't you think? Jewish Sephiroth. I did it. What? I got there.
Yeah, you got there.
I'm sick. I'm a little bit behind the time. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I just usually set it up so you can finish it. It's all good
Sephiroth,
though.
Sephiroth is using menorah materia.
Oh, yo, menorah material. uh,
It's a very economical way to destroy the world, you see. It'll last for 8 days. On 1 star.
wait for it.
Okay. I've leveled up my menorah. I've leveled up my menorah materia to 5 stars of David. It's maxed out. I've not gotten a delivery this whole time. I'm cruising through my
Area.
small ass racist town, blaring this through my car speakers. I love it. I love it. We're now famous in one small ass town. Gentlemen,
Yeah.
we've done it.
Now only 100,000 to go.
100,000 small ass towns to go. Gentlemen, we got him.
We got him.
We got him.
We got them, boys.
We got him. Got their asses. We got you,
Yeah.
racist ass town. Don't worry. We're more sympathetic to Kanye than the libs are, in that, like, he forgot. So, racist, come give us money. We too can say we hate the libs. We like dunking on libs. Just give us money. We'll dunk on the
Yeah,
libs for
that's
you.
true.
We'll pretend to care about your stupid fucking delusions.
And how?
Yeah, we can be just as fake white as Kanye can. Don't you worry. We'll make you feel better.
Fuck you, pay me.
Fuck you, pay me. Come on, white boy, open that wallet up. Oh, that would.
Uh,
Wait.
the good old Jewish robber, huh?
Yep. Wait. Fuck you, motherfucker. I need you to pay me. My name's Mort Goldstein. Get out here.
Yo, gold menorah chains ain't free, motherfucker.
You
Oh my
think
god.
we're terrible? Does it? You know what I love too? I think the guy who what's his name, Mike something. I think he's Michael. I think he's Jewish. The guy with Killer Mike.
Killer Mike.
Yeah, I think I think Killer Mike's also. I think he raps with a Jew. I forget that son of a
Uh,
bitch's name.
I mean, for all I know, he's definitely
We
he's
know he's
definitely
gay.
avoiding seafood. No pork for him, is all I'm saying.
I wish I had as much money as Kanye thinks I have. Then I wouldn't have to be working right now making no money. Yeah, that's the thing. We're gonna get, like, you and I are gonna get swept up in the same anti-Jewish bullshit that Kanye's pushing, but we're not Jewish in the same way, are we? The same way as they conceive of us. So it's like, fuck. Why are you doing this? Stop. Which I grant is not helping our position very much. Oh man, I don't know. This is one of them topics that's like, ugh, ugh.
Listen, I told it earlier. Here's all I want to see. I want to see Kanye on a debate stage
He's
at
gonna
a
get there.
presidential debate.
Yeah,
I want
unfortunately,
to see it.
this will probably pay off for him. That part.
Yeah. If I were Trump, I would feel really threatened right now.
Oh, he does.
I mean, he
Kanye's like,
should.
oh, Kanye's like, we should combine sides, and he's like, fuck you.
Oh, I can't stand this black guy. He's stealing my bit. He's stealing my entire bit.
And he's making it look fresher.
He's doing my bit, but fresher. This is terrible. What am I supposed to do? This black guy is stealing my entire bit.
I tried to
I'm
send
wh-
him
I'm
to
I'm
his
white.
aunt and uncle who live in Bel Air.
I'm white. I'm supposed to be the one doing the stealing here.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. The fact that you have called me a black man is very offensive. I'm Kanye West. Fellow white.
Do you know what I am saying?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? He starts calling Trump black. That would be great. It's like, I can't stand when black people like Donald Trump do this to a white man like Kanye West. What? What just happened?
Kanye uses the hard R on fucking Trump.
It's like, oh my god, I don't know about you, but I can't stand N-words like Kanye or like Donald Trump. That would be amazing. They just get in an N-word fight right on the Republican debate stage, and the Republicans are like, "We have never had so many people tune in. This is amazing. Thank you both. You've made us look so much better." Thank you. The Republican Party thanks you both for your service. You've done well. We couldn't possibly have done this without you.
The dark side.
That's. I wonder if that's what Kanye calls his ass. That was too easy. I'm sorry. That was a cheap shot. Although, like, for real, I'm going to tell you the one thing. If I were a black guy, I would constantly call my ass the dark side.
Well, now that you mention it,
Is that what you do? Mad respect. Mad respect. No hate. All love for that. That's all I would do. Repeatedly. I did. Okay. So there was this. Damn it. I can't tell this story because it's work related. Son of a bitch. I'll tell you guys later.
don't incriminate yourself.
I can't. I want to so badly.
Not like Kanye. Don't do that. No.
Yeah. No, I can't. I gotta tell you the story afterwards. It's fucking insane. Some of the shit I gotta deal with day to day kind of wears on my soul. I don't know. I did. We did have some fucked up shit go down today where I was like, "That's it. You need to just unleash me and let me take responsibility for my own actions. Disavow me, and I will go do the thing. It's fine."
Me. I will be the sacrificial lamb.
It's fine. I'm willing to fall on the sword for the good of the employees here. Just let me in, coach. Put me in. 3, 2, 1. Say yes. 3, 2, 1. 3,
Yes.
2, 1. Yeah. I'll go say it. I don't care.
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna let you finish, but Palestine.
Now, see, okay, here's the thing. If he came out and he was like, my problem is that the Jews are running Israel, maybe I misunderstood the relationship, but I actually hate Israel, I would be like, yeah, okay, he can be president. That's fine. Right there. I'll just drop it. If his beef was Palestine, you know what his beef is? Oh, everybody's mean to me now. That's not my problem, Kanye. That's not my problem. You needed to go find Mike Lindell to produce your stupid fucking shirts. You were too lazy because you were like, no, everybody should just cater to me because I'm Yi and I'm a genius. You wrote White Lives Matter in black on a white t-shirt. You literally inverted BLM colors and made a t-shirt. Like, there's nothing genius about it. Okay, let's fucking settle this right now too.
Very stable genius.
Yeah, there's nothing you did that was like, oh my god, wow, that's what a substantive piece of art. What a way to make the mind think about the plight of the white man. Okay, you were fucking lazy.
It's a song for the douchebags. It's a song for the assholes.
I hope he does country music. This one
No,
goes.
that's a real song of his. That's a real song of his.
No.
Yeah, the
That
song
is.
for the douchebags. You didn't know that?
No.
It's a song glorifying being an asshole the entire.
Jesus Christ.
It's old too. It's back when
It's really old.
when he was. It's back when he was originally when we first originally found out that Ye's cult is an actual cult.
My
Like
God.
you're okay with this? Yeah, this is a bop. This is banging. Let's go. Like, oh, okay. I'm gonna step away, but okay.
Well, didn't he go? If I understand it right, didn't he go from Christian, pro-black, anti-white warrior to yo, I'm gonna fuck these sluts in the club to I might just be Jesus? Like,
Yeah.
Uh,
To
no.
fuck them Jews. Yeah.
yeah,
That was his move. That was the move.
okay. Like I wasn't wrong in thinking that's what the chain of events though.
But I don't think he was as anti-black as you think.
As
As anti
anti-black.
black as you think.
Well, I mean, the net result, no, but like I thought that was his shtick, right? That's what he was portending to be.
No, he just doesn't shut his mouth.
No, back in like '04 when he was like George Bush or '05, George Bush doesn't care about black people with Mike Myers.
Yeah, but you know how it is. He bandwagon people in the same room. Yes,
Yeah.
he had the real people with him.
Hmm.
And then next thing you know, I am a god.
I might be Jesus.
Okay, okay, boy. Okay.
We have a strong no boy stance here. Sometimes we can say my boy, but that's even. I feel kind of
No
gross
boy,
saying that.
no boy. Okay, boy.
Yeah. And ooh, Kanye, big boy vibes right now. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oof.
Big
It
boy made a boom boom.
Kanye has dutied himself. He's dutied all over himself.
Now he is running around the room waving it in the air.
These are all unforced errors on his part, folks. We'll see where this goes, but it doesn't look good because he's
And
covered in
now
shit.
he's shoving it down some chick's throat. Okay, great.
That's weird. These were decisions you made, Kanye. You didn't have to, but you did.
No one
You could have
forced you
just
to do this.
you could have just left that soft bread stool on the ground.
Yeah.
You could have just left it.
I'm going to be honest. Had he not gone so fucking nuclear this past week, we wouldn't even be talking about him. So kudos to him. He got my ass, right?
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah. He took all the air out of the room.
yeah. So, like, in that regard, mission accomplished. Good on you, Kanye. You did it. Right? You forced me into a situation where I have to talk about how fucking weird you're being.
But see, he's got it in the reverse. Because usually they use the clout to get the money somehow from like PragerU or some shit. But
Yeah.
he's doing the reverse. He's got the money and he's using that to get the clout, but losing money in the meantime.
Yeah, he's definitely making an
That's a
economic
weird.
exchange.
He
You
shouldn't
got a
have been.
sequence. You got a sequence error, my friend. And by friend, I mean enemy.
Damn, you spitting.
Yee.
Damn.
Yee.
Why ye be doing this?
Good
Ugh.
question. Oh, is that a true?
Yeah, what's
I,
up?
I
Hey,
hear the
what's up,
truth.
True? You the
Hey,
truth.
Drew, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Are you Kanye's speechwriter?
Nah, like, he didn't want to fucking. Okay, I submitted a way better version of that horse shit with the fucking Elmo voice.
Uh huh.
Like, a way better Like, we're gonna spend real money. Like, motherfucker has all this money, right? We're
Yeah.
gonna make real puppets, like, real expensive puppets with, like, big, sinister noses and shit, right? You
Oh.
know? Like, we were gonna make real puppets. And this motherfucker, oh no, 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 this isn't right. This is too far. Yada yada yada. Oh, and this is years ago. This is when he was first getting into this shit. You know, I was like, let's do it. Just call the next album. 100 years of American anti-Semitism or something. Just do like a concept album and have puppets on the tour, and he could do whatever corny voice he wanted. He was into ventriloquism. He fancies himself a ventriloquist now, I've heard. But no, he doesn't want to do it. No, it's off brand. No, puppets isn't real art. Oh, okay. All right, motherfucker. Well, how come you've been hanging out with Milo and Nick? for 2 fucking weeks, and all of a sudden, the first fucking children's toy, a fucking plastic net that you walk by, you pick it up and you start doing an Elmo voice. Oh, it's Bibi Netanyahu, and he's telling me he's gonna fucking kill my family. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. You could have had a goddamn beautiful, beautiful show, okay, with a bunch of giant evil Jew puppets that we painstakingly designed. We're going to have real musical guests. We're going to have real other artists collaborating on this, not Milo and Nick and fucking Alex fucking Jones. Oh, no, no, no. I don't want to do that. And then all it takes is whatever the fuck he's on this week. And now all of a sudden, oh, I do like ventriloquism. Oh, I'm going to do a shitty knockdown Jeff Dunham bit. Listen, if this is how this motherfucker is going to act, somebody else gets to be Kanye, okay? For however long this lasts, someone else that will appreciate it should get to live in the mansion, spend the money, and get showered in material pleasures and pussy and surrounded by all these great artists. Somebody else that gives a fuck should get to be Kanye until he's done with whatever this is. Because he thinks it's great. I'm sure you guys could tell. He thinks that was the funniest, best puppet bit that anybody's ever fucking done. He's so pleased with himself. I'm surprised. I'm sorry. I took it really personally. I had the design. I had some of the puppets built.
I can see you took it personally. Yeah.
Some of those puppets were built.
Could you get rid of those? Could you do that?
No, I still got them.
Oh, okay.
By chance, were those puppets by chance exclusively Jewish?
Well, I mean,
hold on. I just got to address this in chat. This is just a side note, and then I want to hear more about how terrible my people are. You should not feel bad about liking that album. This is a thing that like libs love to make you do. Like if you like something from somebody who's shit, you're supposed to feel bad about it. You can just like the thing. It's fine because you know what's funny. Once it's out in the public, you own it. He doesn't. So like,
we're in America. Everything is shit.
Yeah, you can just like it. Don't worry. Don't feel bad.
That's how you solve the art versus artist problem.
Yeah. Everything's shit anyway. It's produced under capitalism. Like it's literally fine. Just like the thing, and then just be like, I don't have to give him more money, but I don't have to hate this thing I enjoy.
You're paying rent on stolen land.
Yeah, you live on stolen land, dude. Like, don't worry about it. Like, that's the least of your worries. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, don't, because I'm not judging you for it. Just believe me. I know it's certain certain ones in the meetings or whatever, they're going to be like, oh my God, can you believe it? Can you believe this little bitch? He likes Kanye West after he said all these things about us? Oh, I like the music. Fuck him.
Yeah, it's either good or it isn't. Like those first 2 albums were okay, and the rest of it was dog shit. And I've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
So now everybody else is like, yeah, he sucks. I'm like, oh really? Oh, he sucks now.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. I didn't like him from the very beginning.
Right. And I swear we've done this on the show. I
don't get to. Yeah, we did. Because I don't get down on the church shit, and I'm like, bro.
Okay, back.
He got me a little bit on
my original statement.
He got me on the N words in Paris era a little bit on that one song.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but pretty good song.
Those original singles, man, going back for the Shaka Khan samples was a great idea. But at the end of the day, it's still just a good sample. It's still just a chunk of Through the Fire, which was already a song. It's still just a chunk of did he take a chunk of Teddy Pendergrass Love TKO on Overnight Celebrity? Isn't that what that is?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Those are amazing songs from an amazing musical period that not a lot of people were sampling. And that's really hot, man. It's awesome. But like after that, when he didn't do anything else like on that level, I never really thought, I'm dissing this guy for years, and everybody's
my dude's got to be out here making people dress in trash bags because he's high fashion now.
Yeah.
The clothes thing is where I really was like, all right, this guy is fucking bullshit. The clothes thing, and nobody hit him harder than that parody on the Boondocks, and that was damn near 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's Boondocks. That's they go hard.
they're pretty based.
Destroyed that motherfucker when it's the one where the rapper is making the clothes and it's all skirts and pearl necklaces.
Yeah, homies over hoes.
Yeah. I like to hang out in Paris. I like fashion. Yeah.
And it's got a flap in the back.
I just
For your gun, right? For your gun.
for your gun, right? For your gun, right?
Right?
Say
Right.
gun. Say it's for
Pause.
a gun, Kanye.
Hang
America.
on. Pause.
Yeah.
we took him out of character. Good stuff.
Is it
You know
okay?
what's funny?
I feel superior for never liking Yay.
You know
I
what?
never liked him either. Like, I thought that was funny when he did that
Well,
thing to George Bush, but
that's
like,
the thing. Most people didn't like Ye, but the people
no,
who liked Ye really fucking liked Ye.
they.
Like
I didn't like Ye.
Yeah,
I
they
still
would
like
make
his
it.
music.
There's
I think he
people
was
who
perfectly fine when he was a full
there's people who
producer.
would make it
Yeah.
his entire personality fucking loving Ye.
I do hate that. I do hate that the lyrics of that one song. It's just basically just like it's just a guy saying obvious shit, and people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's He's really closer about self-esteem." Like, oh really? Oh damn.
All I'm saying is Jadakiss has been out longer and he's
Yes,
never had
thank
these
you.
fucking problems.
A
Yeah.
fucking great example of a fantastic fucking hip hop artist with a fucking fantastic catalog of albums and work. That's the real question that I've always had was, okay, for somebody that thinks that Kanye is the best, who's the second best? And usually they have to think for a second before because they don't care. They're just like, well, every time Kanye drops an album, I'll swing back through and I'll have a hip hop phase or whatever. But it just never.
No return to Tame Impala.
Yeah.
Yes. To me, it was just never that hardcore. Like,
No.
I don't know.
Who thinks he's hardcore? Hold on. This is something I'm
I
curious
think
on.
he's hardcore.
Who thinks
Well,
he's
you know,
hardcore?
Well,
People,
there's people who cannot separate reality from fiction and believe that these rappers are actually telling the truth when they say this stuff.
wait,
Okay, like to
Okay.
be fair, I think Jay-Z and like even 50 Cent, I think they really did have problems on the street at some point. Whatever those were, I don't know, but like I
right.
feel like they did. Like some of
Yeah,
those
that
guys I
feels
feel like
fair.
had real problems, but like
50 Cent to some extent, Jay-Z probably not.
okay, what about the like some of the originals though, like Eazy, like some of the actual guys who weren't just like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Eazy-E is from the streets.
Okay, I just want to make sure my thinking's right. Like some of these newer guys, like I would highly, I'll
But
tell you what.
that's he's a old. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
back when they. I mean, you know he was real because he's hanging out with Suge Knight.
I'll
right.
tell you
I feel
the
like
way that
those guys had real problems. Whether or not they started with real problems, I feel like the minute they hung out with Suge, they had real problems.
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
tell you the standard I've always applied to try to tell who's legitimately street and who isn't is who says that they're gross and bad. Those are the guys that I'm like, yep, that's the real deal. Like Eazy-E, like, oh, I'm about to get down with your bitch, and also my breath stinks because I drank too much 8 Ball. I'm disgusting. Like, yep, that's a real dude. Or Big
Yeah.
L, a Big L. I'm the devil.
Well,
Yep, that's
I
a
mean,
real
there's
dude.
Yeah.
various degrees because someone like Wiz, he popped that shit off early on in his career and got course corrected. So we don't talk that shit. So there's a whole lot of people who do not talk that shit. But then
Not
there's
anymore.
So,
there's also people who are quiet for a fucking reason.
what's our
Yeah.
opinion on Snoop Dogg? Did Snoop Dogg actually go
Yeah,
through shit, or
I think so.
Snoop Dogg is real shit. He's fucking Tupac's cousin. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right,
Yeah,
you can't take credit away from Snoop Dogg just because he had good instincts to never be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
yeah, but you know how you learn those? You were at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
Yeah.
So then he learns like, oh no, don't go in there, don't do that, turn the other
Like-
corner.
Yeah, I'm
Think
gonna go
about the-
somewhere else now. See ya.
Think about the sheer number of times that Snoop Dogg has said, "Oh, damn, that's fucked up. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't go with y'all last night.
That's-
Oh, damn."
That's why he like materializes whenever there's weed around
Yeah.
Yes.
because he just disappears.
Have y'all summoned me?
Hey, Snoop.
They summon the Snoop.
This other crew is up the block. this other crew's up the block and they have beef with. We're going to go talk some shit to them. We're not armed or anything, but they won't do nothing. They're bitches. We're just going to go call them motherfuckers right in the street.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. I'll catch up with y'all right after I finish this blunt. And then he
Yeah.
never comes up with them. That's why he's still alive.
Yeah. He's like, those guys about to fuck up. I'm out of here.
He just falls asleep. He just never goes.
Yeah, that's his whole bit. I was supposed to go down there and cap some ass, but I was too sleepy.
Oh man, y'all! I passed out on
And
the
I got
couch.
the munchies, and I was in Jack in the Box, and it just didn't happen.
Okay, I'm
God
gonna
damn,
ask you
y'all, what
one.
happened? That sounds terrible.
All right, I'm gonna ask you one right now that I feel like, well, I'm not gonna say how I feel. All right, I'm gonna ask you guys your consensus. How about somebody like Ludacris, like that era of guys? Are they faking?
Okay. Okay.
Ludacris is an exaggerator.
Yeah.
He fakes a lot. But he
There's the grain of truth
I-
to Luda.
so like
Right.
there is a grain of truth, but it's not as much as you would think.
He's
Now-
embellishing. He's embellishing
now-
a persona that he certainly has seen in action. Right.
Now,
Okay.
now,
guy's
but then
describing
again,
his
he's
mind.
not saying that shit. He's not always saying that shit. You know what I mean? He
Right.
said it a lot in his first album. But
Right.
then after that, he kind of chilled the fuck out and was like, "Yeah, I got my money. I don't fucking care."
Yeah.
Right. Like
He's out here doing music with Justin Bieber.
he's more likely to talk shit. He's more likely to talk shit to somebody that we all would talk shit on. That is a legitimate bitch. That everybody knows is a bitch. Like
Mr. T.
Like Kanye West.
Like
one track.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ti.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That song, You Don't Know Me. That
Yeah.
is street shit. That's the
Yeah.
most street shit I've ever heard.
T.I. is
Motherfucker, when you
legitimate.
see me in the street, remember you don't know me.
Yeah, if it's T.I., if it's somebody, they're talking shit on people that, actually they would have beef with, that would be a threat. Whereas Ludacris, it's like, okay, on Who Let These Hoes in My Room, where he calls Bill O'Reilly a white bread chicken shit piece of shit motherfucker.
That's
We
where
all
I was
know
like,
Bill O'Reilly's not going to do anything.
yeah, that's where I was like, I kind of feel like he's faking right here. I kind of feel like maybe he's faking a little bit. You're not
Bill
wrong.
O'Reilly's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's fine. I mean, if you didn't have that coming up, I mean,
Yeah.
then you wouldn't want to seek it out later after you already have your millions. Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
definitely not the time to get into a beef.
into a beef with actual handguns involved.
Right.
Yeah.
How about Ja Rule? Chat says DMX real.
oh
Ja
hell
Rule
no,
fake.
Oh,
Hell no,
DMX
no
is
Ja
definitely
Rule.
real.
DMX is so real it fucking killed him. My man was cracked out to the end. My
When
dude
X
was
Yeah,
lived
dude.
down here-
tweaking. He couldn't
When X
escape.
lived
the
down
streets.
here,
That was DMX's problem. He couldn't escape.
Okay,
When
Ja
X
Rule
lived
fake
down
or real?
we
Fake
ran
as
into
fuck.
Definitely
some in
fake.
a fucking parking lot, and a friend of ours was with us. Was
Actually,
DMX. And
well,
she goes, "Oh my God, it's DMX." I said, "No, it's fucking not," because it was just a dude. It was a dude that got out of a regular ass car in fucking baggy sweat clothes and shit. And she was like, "No, motherfucker, that's X." And she goes, "X" at the top of her lungs. And this motherfucker turns around and goes, "What up?" like that. And I was like, "Oh my God, that's fucking DMX."
well, I'll have to correct on Ja Rule here because the dude is grimy.
Yeah.
But
I
okay,
mean, when you say street, are you talking about specifically violence? Are you talking about struggle? Or are you talking about just being a gritty, dirty ass motherfucker that'll rob a bitch and leave her hanging dry?
Is he writing, when he writes his material, is it about experiences he's had, or is it about just shit he's
Oh
heard?
no,
I think
no,
that's
no.
the line.
He's just making shit up.
Yeah, that's the line, I think.
And
Yeah.
I mean, even some of the more real ones, they do that. Like even Tupac was talking about remember Kato and didn't really know him that well, and fucking
Right.
Nas is like pulling stories from shit that he's heard on the streets, even though
Right.
he was definitely from the streets.
Yes. I
okay.
think there's even a little bit, okay.
Like they all embellish.
Well, sure, they all embellish because they're artists. Yeah, okay. I'm not necessarily holding that as a standard. Are they tweaking it up a little bit? Because okay, but when Ja Rule just seems dirty. He does not seem like he was hardcore.
No.
Even
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at his actions, Ja Rule is definitely the kind of person to start Firefest.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which really Firefest is just a really slow motion hold up. right? Like
Yeah.
it's a holdup that takes over a year to actually complete,
It's just a
right?
bait and switch. They get the money and then don't give shit out.
Right. Instead of knocking you out and you wake up in a parking lot with nothing, nothing happens. It's just months later you wind up on an island with nothing.
He just forgot the roofie part. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, sex-69.fun. Thank you for the chat. Find your love here. Find your love here. Find your love here. No, thank you. I'm going to move on from the bot now. Thanks for polluting my chat, you dick.
No, hang on. That robot had love, though.
That robot has
Hey,
love.
hey,
He's
Oh,
learning to
you
love.
mean you mean we're important enough to have bots now?
Yeah.
Hell
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've been streaming for an hour. They're like, there must be something here. Ha ha ha.
That's an audience.
Got your ass. Got your ass, you stupid bitch.
It took so much later than usual for everybody else to fuck off back to the house and leave me up here by myself so I could do some podcasting at work tonight.
Yeah. But you know what? You were able to get there, and we love you for it.
I'm saying, like, this fucking shit, it there was a couple months ago where I thought I might be able to get back to days real soon, and then it didn't because they just had overtime on fucking nights, and I just needed it. But I don't know. I think within the next couple of weeks, something's really going to go down because the day shift squad is fucking pathetic. They're getting their ass destroyed every day. We come in, and it looks like the fucking
Giggity?
Giggity.
yeah.
That's because we fucked them. That's because MJP and I fucked them. We fucked
We
them.
come in, and that's exactly how it looks. Actually,
It looks like that because we fucked them.
That's how it looks, and it's for that reason that
And
I think
how?
Yeah.
I might actually be getting transferred to a sensible shift sometime soon, which would be great. Because I didn't even get to do my stupid Wednesday space this past week.
Oh yeah.
I
When
got
is
the
your?
fuck out of that.
If you're able to do the next one, dude, I'm gonna try to get on that one because I'll have just come off. I have a job interview that day, and then
Yeah, when I see it, I try to hop in there, but I don't always see it.
yeah.
Oh shit! Well, you guys are good. You know I'm going to keep doing that until I'm dead. So you guys got time to get in there.
Well, we haven't.
Until you're dead or you find something better.
Right.
Yeah, I was on a 20-something streak of those, man, of weeks in a row of having done that stupid ass Wednesday space, and I got fucked out of it a couple of days ago because of the stupid ass job.
Hey, these things happen. Hell, we've missed episodes before in the past. We had a rough patch there where we were missing episodes like every other fucking week.
I know, but it was a long streak, you know. It pisses me off.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't beat
Annoying.
yourself up over it. These things happen.
Hmm.
You know, we had a couple where if I couldn't be on, we could not fire off an episode that night, and we had to do some extra work, but we got there. You know, these things happen.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't panic about it in the least.
I'm mad about that, and I'm extra fucking mad that I've got all these fucking giant Jew puppets that there's no use for now.
Whoa, that is a tough problem.
What am I going to do with a giant Jew puppet?
What about
What am I going to do?
Okay. Hear me out. Give Donald a call.
Yeah.
Wait, you really think he needs a 16-foot Bibi Netanyahu? Does he really think he needs a 16-foot tall George Soros with fucking
Yes.
with evil
Yeah.
scaly green skin? I mean, that's these are for a specific project that I was supposed to
Maybe-
do with Mr. West.
Now, when you sell it to him, don't ask questions on what's going to happen to it.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I would never. I'm professional. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Nick Fuentes would
But
totally
what
it.
what I'm saying is sex dolls, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Nick Fuentes would bukkake it, sure.
Oh, that absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that would be very.
What?
That would be a very heterosexual thing to do because, as Nick is frequently explaining, having sexual contact of any kind with women is actually gay.
Super
It's actually
gay.
the gayest thing you can do.
It is, but for real though, to Nick, it is hyperpower gay. It is the ultimate form of gayness.
Oh, I forgot that was what he was about. Oh,
Yeah.
that makes his spending time with
Didn't see
Kanye.
that.
Roosh
That's
V2 was on this kick for a while. There's like, if you like a woman's butt or breasts, you're gay. And it was
Yes, yes.
no.
What?
I think you got that wrong there, fella. I think that's fine if you're straight to like a woman's butt.
I mean, you don't even have an argument with pegging, but okay.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine having to hang out with the three of them, man? Can you imagine having to sit there
Oh,
while fucking Nick talks about how he's so straight that it makes him racist,
I
and
wouldn't
fucking
make it. I would jump the fuck out the plane.
Yeah.
Milo wears a suit and pretends to read the Bible and not think gay thoughts, and fucking Kanye sits there and he has to show you his phone every 2 seconds to show you something his ex-wife posted and explain to you who is making her post those things. Like, it would be fucking horrible to have to hang out with them, man.
Yeah. You know what? That is the only time I felt bad for Donald Trump because I'm sure he was like, there was some like one of his freaking weirdo friends was like, "Ooh, you got to meet these guys. They're so cool." And he was like, I hate this every minute of it. I wish I was dead. This is what I'm reduced to. Like, I really like like for real though. I feel bad.
He protested really hard with them tiny hands.
Yeah. Get away from me. Don't touch me. Why are you all simultaneously very dry wet boys?
He's trying to not get back on his fucking Twitter account. He's trying to bait people into going over there to that stupid ass Truth Social. I'd no sooner sign up for that thing with my own information.
He spent all that money on it. That's all that is. That's about
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see what's going on over there, but not with my account, not with my information. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm not
hell
putting
no.
anything.
I would use someone else's dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't fuck with True Social with somebody else's dick. That's a damn sure. Fuck that shit. Weird racist book ass shit. Mm-mm.
But it does make you wonder. It does make you wonder what's going on over there. Like okay, like on Twitter, like you got the big crowd and everything, and Trump never really was one to reply to anything, right? Like
Yeah.
he would just do a post and then fuck off and go be Trump the rest of the day, and until he thought of another post, and he'd go do another one or whatever. But like with Truth Social, I wonder if you could get an actual Trump reply. Like I wonder if you're like, you're the best, Mr. President. And he's like, oh, thank you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it
I'm
makes
sure.
me wonder what's going on.
I'm sure you could, but I'm sure that chances of that are almost non-existent.
Yeah, I'm betting. Well, number one, obviously it's not Trump, but I bet you can get the account to give you a reply.
There's something real hard.
Yeah. The Trump cucks are definitely simping in that regard.
Senpai, notice me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I could go into like I'm gonna be honest. Like John and I have done so many episodes on like the intellectual side of anti-Semitism, like actually dissecting it. Like I'm so tired of that. Like this is just dumb shit. Kanye, just back it the fuck down, dude. That's all. Like you already won those people over, so you don't need to keep going. Like all you're doing is telling on yourself.
Oh no. See, he's blowing up the game for everybody else because he doesn't know when to stop or slow down or moderate
Yeah.
or not go
Not say
full on
something.
flash, not say some shit. Yeah, he's just blowing everybody's shit up.
Yeah. And like, it's to the point of your life when you're hanging out with a dude who's obviously a closeted homosexual who's like incredibly violent. Because Nick Fuentes, if I remember correctly, he is into gay trans porn. And I was like, damn, dude, that is,
Nice.
damn, pussy boys. You like yourself a pussy boy. All right, that's wild. Respect, I guess. But, it's weird that you go out there and just attack homosexuals nonstop.
Mhm.
It's weird. Like, you could just not do that, and you could still be as conservative as you wanted.
You could not do that. Have you tried not doing that?
Yeah, if you just try not doing that and just being like fucking weird all the time, like, people would like, what? Actually, there's a bunch of stories on Reddit about like what he spends his day doing when he's not like doing his little dumb show or whatever. He just goes across the street and yells at like the Unitarian church that's welcoming gay people. Like he's literally just an old like fucking crank.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's where they come
Nick
from.
Fuentes.
They come from people like Fuentes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna get older and more crankier.
Yeah. Like that's like literally how he spends his day is yelling hateful shit at the church.
Because they don't change. They can't accept change. So they find that spot and stick to it.
Yeah.
Because it worked back when he was younger.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but like that's literally how this guy spends his day. Like I think that's fucking like that's hilarious to me that he is just an old man yelling at clouds. Like how much of a fucking like I all I'm saying is this, like it's good that people like him will be bred out of the gene pool. Like I'm sorry, I know that's eugenicist to say, but at the same time, that type of dude needs to be bred out.
If only genes worked that way.
No, that's
Yeah.
genetic. That's a genetic thing. There's a strain of whites that do that, and we got to breed him out. I'm sorry.
I volunteer as tribute.
A strain of whites like they're fucking virus.
Yeah,
A cancer to be sure.
yeah, they're a pox. Like people like him are a pox on decent people, and like why do I have to be afraid to say it? I thought this was a free speech zone. I thought I could tell the truth here.
Apparently, it's not really a free speech zone because as soon as Kanye posted what was it, the Realian symbol? Why I've never heard of this cult. I've never heard of this cult before, but to
I
get
have
banned,
never heard of it either, but I saw that symbol. I was like, what the fuck?
to get banned from
My dude is
Twitter-
not just anti-Semitic; he is knee deep in the deepest anti-Semitism
Yeah.
around.
I did
was
like
Shit that we
denying
never,
the
shit that
Holocaust.
we study him for fun and we didn't hear about it.
yeah.
He was denying the Holocaust. He was saying that the Jews are going to take his family away and kill him. And Elon Musk was like, "Okay, you need to calm down. We can work this out." And then he went and got a swastika inside a Star of David and posted it. And then Elon Musk was like, "No,
La, la,
Yeah,
la, la, la,
yes,
la, la.
excuse me. I'm with the Jews for the Holocaust. Can I talk to Mr. West? We can share ideas.
I love it. Same day. Elon's begging advertisers to stay.
Yeah.
Kanye post that shit.
He's like, oh no, I've cell phone.
Oh fuck!
As soon as that happened, he's like, I think the advertisers are going to stay. Did you see what Kanye tweeted? And then you just hear, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Every time you click trending for that whole day, it would be somebody's like multi-million-dollar Twitter ad, like in huge letters, and then underneath it would say like, "Holocaust is fake." Hashtag.
You were brave. I dare not go into trending anymore.
Oh, it's for real though. That's like the one thing this has destroyed, right? Like this right wing push on it, trending is just awful now.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh,
It was bad before. It was pretty bad.
yeah, it was.
Like I saw so many posts where guys that always were kind of like incels that were like Nazi adjacent, like you assumed were Nazi, were just posting like outright Holocaust denial and stuff. So similar with when Trump became president, Kanye has emboldened all these guys to speak their true feelings. But then you can compare that to the kind of stuff they already were posting every day, which would be like one of them I saw was a guy bringing his wife breakfast in bed. His wife is a pillow. So you know.
Oh yeah, that
Mad
pathetic
stuff.
fuck.
Mad
So
stuff.
all the Nazis are
Fucking
coming out of their
mad
holes, and all their wives are pillows, and you know I gotta admit, I'm enjoying it. You know.
Oh yeah, no, with that pillow, I'd have smashed. I saw what he was doing there.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't a hot pillow. Pillow. Fuck. I mean, I'm not out here kink shaming. I mean, I'd fuck that pillow. I think I
Yeah.
did fuck that.
It's a very
But-
fuckable
Yeah, but
pillow.
I fucked her first.
But that's not the point. He was calling the pillow his wife,
Yeah,
and that's just pathetic. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, that's just sad.
Yeah,
I mean-
you at least gotta put a ooh at the end. Waifu, motherfucker.
You're just gonna let that pillow down when you die with your mortal human ass. You know, pillow doesn't have a human lifespan. You know, it's not fair to the
You know-
pillow, really.
Kinda does. I mean, the lifespan is when it starts smelling really funny.
That's how you know that you're in a good relationship with the pillow. You know? It's on human qualities, you know.
guys, I don't know what to do. My anime pillow smells like my balls. I don't know what to do. My wife is sick. My wife has to be sick now. Oh no.
It looks
I'm
like the
sure-
pillow bit horsey.
I'm sure they make the pillows that- I'm
Did
sure
you
they
say the
make-
pillow version of Morrissey?
That's what Mike Lindell needs to do. Is he needs to repurpose the My Pillow factory to make an anime body pillow that repels the smell of testicle sweat and Nazi jizz.
Yeah.
And if he could do that, then he's back in business, baby. Mike's back.
Mike's back. and better than ever.
Guess who's black? Black again.
I'm going to be honest. The first time I ever heard of Mike Lindell, somebody was like, "Have you heard of this Republican asshole that has this company called My Pillow?" The immediate thought that was in my head was, "What is it? Is it anime body pillows? Is that why it's called My Pillow?" Honestly, what I thought before I knew that it was just a regular pillow, I assumed that it was a pillow waifu.
It's a pillow, but made by Nazis.
So if it finally comes full circle on that, I'm gonna just say that I was right the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what else are you gonna do with your pillow factory? You know?
You gotta fuck it. Wait, no, sorry.
Yeah.
Shit, I've been horny all day. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Yeah,
Right.
you can't fuck
Yeah.
the whole factory. You gotta fuck individual.
My Pillow is the
Sure.
best company out there for soft fuckable pillows. Do you want to have sex with a pillow? I'm Mike Lindell. I've always wanted to have sex with a pillow, so I made My Pillow for fucking.
I've been fucking lot lizards down at the truck stop, and it just wasn't doing it for me anymore. And, I designed a special pillow to put your cock in, and I stuck my cock in it, and wow!
This
Let me
pillow
tell-
is the softest pillow you ever feel in your dick, and it's lube resistant. You can definitely lube this pillow up and have sex with it. I'm Mike Lindell.
repels the smell of Nazi jizz for at least a month.
Are you tired of all your throw pillows on your couch smelling like Nazi jizz? I am too. I'm Mike Lindell, and I made a jizz-resistant pillow.
For your money back, no refund.
Your money back, guaranteed. No refunds.
I'm saying Nazi jizz like it's gross. I
Yeah.
you know I don't want to go. That's not fair of me. Actually, Nazi jizz is the whitest and purest jizz. It's as pure as the Edelweiss flower on the side of the Alps. You know, it really is.
Locally
That's what
sourced
that
Nazi
song's
jizz.
about. That's what that song is about. Is the purity of Nazi jizz.
Cage free range.
This is
Maybe
pure
I'll
100% free range Nazi jizz. Hi, I'm Mike Lindell. Do you want a pillow that can collect Nazi jizz? So you can throw it at women's crotches on the street and try to get them pregnant? I do too. That's why I made My Pillow Come Catch Edition. With this, you'll say, God damn, I can throw so much jizz at random women. I'm waiting.
Like-
You know what I am waiting for, though? Like, because those, yeah, what the fuck? I'm waiting for, like, because of all those, like, Japanese porn videos that are basically like a woman sitting reading her cell phone and a guy walks up and just blows a load in her face. And she's like, fuck, again? Like, that's the whole premise to the video. She's like, this is a common occurrence for my life is shit. I'm waiting for those attacks to happen in America.
It's called something like "Are girls with cracked cell phone screens really easier to fuck?" It's called something like that. The name of an anime where it's a question.
Yeah, it's always a question at the end. This girl easy to fuck?
Is it wrong
Is
to
it?
pick up a girl rooting through the dumpster out back of the cell phone store?
Is it wrong to kidnap women behind the cell phone store? Yeah.
Is it wrong to kidnap girls in a dungeon?
How many teeth does it take to have a decent blowjob? Ooh woo.
I fell off for a long time. The last thing that I really got really hooked on was old Bleach, which I liked so much.
I got hooked on old Bleachy.
But recently I watched, I think I got 6 or maybe 7 of them done. I watched the anime series.
Free my K word Bleachy.
I watched the anime series based on Chainsaw Man. Highly recommended, folks. If you haven't checked out Chainsaw Man yet, go
Bro,
watch
I've been telling you motherfuckers about Chainsaw Man for the last fucking year.
That's true.
You have. I'll go on the record. Michael Jordan Peterson, the second that Chainsaw Man hit the shelf, Michael Jordan Peterson was like, "This is it. This is the next dope thing."
I saw the manga. I read the manga. I was like, "This is it. This is the winner."
I read a
Place
couple
your
of
bets, everybody.
I read a couple of them online, and I was like, "All right, it's gonna be dope when somebody makes a show out of this." And lo and behold, production motherfucking IG made a fucking show out of that shit.
Yeah,
and it is great. It is very good, and highly recommended.
I know I need to, but I don't know. I watched all of Disenchantment recently, and I'm gonna start that Wednesday show just to see how bad it is.
Oh, that one was good.
Did you like Wednesday? I don't. I see. I don't like.
No, I like Disenchantment as well. Oh,
Disenchantment. Yeah,
I didn't see Wednesday.
I wouldn't.
Oh, like okay. all that stuff is years away from like Matt Groening like as a person, like Life in Hell comics and like early Simpsons and stuff. But there are some very Matt Groening ass jokes
Oh
in
yeah,
Disenchanted that I really enjoyed. Naming the elf character Elfo.
Yeah.
That is
right.
an incredibly Matt Groening ass joke that makes me giggle every time somebody says his name.
The Elfo Bean and Lucy dynamic is just pure Matt Groening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good ass show. I gotta say, like
Oh,
I
and
like
Zog,
the way they did the
Zog is I love him.
Zog is I do like Zog.
I
I
hated
like
him
the
at
way
first. I was like, "What are you trying to get at?" And then I loved him ever since.
Yeah.
I like the way they do the backgrounds. Actually, kind of take advantage of like the 4K like large screen format because it has these really detailed backgrounds that are they're almost like stills from old adventure games like Monkey Island or King's Quest or something.
Yeah, that's what I had noticed. The backgrounds were like really freaking legit, and I was like, this looks really good. Like this has a good vibe to it. I liked it. I'll be honest, when I watched it through the first time, like I watched the first season and I was like, I hate everything about this and I feel like terrible. And then like
Well,
I
it's
went
not as good as Futurama. It's not as good as Futurama, and you know that within 5 minutes of it being on.
I don't
You're
think
like,
it
damn.
I think it is as
But
good
it's
as
its own,
Futurama, but it doesn't
it's its
feel that
own
way to
thing.
start. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's different. It's not like people are expecting, you know what I mean, a specific scale of a specific type of thing. But that's not what artists do. We pivot. We pivot to something entirely different.
Right, right. Like if you really got something else cooking, it's either a derivative or expansion of something you already done, or it is something completely new. And with that thing, he really wanted for it to be something completely new because there's a lot of relationship between Futurama and a show like Simpsons or Family Guy or any other animated television program that's around.
It's just everybody wanted more Futurama / Simpsons, and
Yeah.
that's not what a new show is for.
Plus, like if you keep doing sci-fi fantasy, like weird stuff like that, you're just out there in that same space with like Rick and Morty and stuff like that, and
Well,
it's just being
see, he
done to
kind of
death
he
right
kind
now.
of he kind of tested the waters with that D&D campaign in the Futurama movie.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that was good.
So I feel like he was working on that for a while, and then he was like, "All right, let me sit down and put down an actual show together."
Yeah.
Speaking of dope
Big that
backgrounds,
vibes.
and just really good science fiction fantasy cartoons, did you guys see those new Adventure Times that HBO Max made?
No, I haven't
No,
yet. I want to,
There's
but
4 of them. There's one that is about a guy that scams a bunch of people into living in a space colony. That is maybe one of the best things that I've seen in a long
oh,
time.
that's the
It's a bunch
first
of,
one, isn't it, with BMO?
yeah, it's a bunch of veiled Elon Musk jokes, and it just fucking rules. Like,
I'll be honest, I did watch that one, but I didn't like pay the closest attention because like it's one of those things like this revival culture, like I hate revivals. Like I honestly really do. I'm like, just let it die. Futurama is about the
yeah,
only thing where I'm like, the revival works for me because otherwise like I'm like I get sad. Like I
you
get really
keep
sad.
making it forever. You can keep making it forever, but they found out that if you
I'm
want to keep
okay with
making
the
it forever,
revival, but you can kill your legacy with a fucked up revival.
Yeah.
it is funny. It is funny that they found out that if you want to keep making that forever, you can, but you have to pay John DiMaggio every.
Right.
You
You
can't be like, hey, everybody, no Bender because he's too expensive. You can't get away with that shit.
no, John's a really good actor though.
Like that's one of my favorite parts. Like I still, every time Gears of War comes out, I still play the shit out of it. Campaign and multiplayer for a few months, usually after launch. And John's voice acting in that game is probably the reason it's my favorite shooter. Is I just love playing a shooter. And then if you jam your gun or something, it's John DiMaggio to goddamn son of a bitch. So good. So good every time. You find ammo and it's him muttering bullets. This is so
Yeah,
good every
but
time.
but that but unironically, like
Mm-hmm.
John's just a good actor, and
He's
he's
maybe
not
one
like
of
a
the
shitty
best voice
dude.
actors. Maybe one of the best voice actors of the generation, if I had to say.
I hope that comment about John DiMaggio doesn't age poorly. I,
He just turned out to be like a massive piece of shit. I,
oh my
all the
god.
all the anecdotes that I've heard make him sound really cool. He was
Yeah.
on he was on Getting Doug with High one time, Doug Benson's YouTube show where they just smoke themselves fucking blind for about an
Remember
hour.
that show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
But John is on an episode of that, and they're talking about how he makes so much money doing cartoons, he doesn't have anything to do with it. That when he's trying to make his friends spend his money with him, they always act like they don't want him to buy them stuff. But then he starts doing the character voices to convince them. He goes, "Come on, man, it's cartoon money. Cartoon money. Come on, man, it's only cartoon money." Like that shit to think about every time that I think about that. That shit makes me laugh because he's right. It is fucking cartoon money. Like
Yeah.
it's not real.
Yeah.
None of it is.
No.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He's one of those Comic-Con kind of people. As long as he doesn't
Yeah.
have as long as he doesn't have like a reveal like a Joss Whedon, then we're good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
The Joss Whedon thing is so funny because of his body of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can
Like
portend
that
to be a
fucking,
lot of things, is all I'm saying.
that fucking Dr. Horrible's fucking sing along is basically Joss Whedon just telling on himself. That shit was like damn near a decade before any of the scandal shit really came out, and every fucking word of that thing is just like a mincing creep, like knitting his hands together while he thinks about doing evil shit to women.
And what's crazy is he would have got away with it if he would have hit it longer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the Rona finally got him, and then everybody would be like, yeah, love him, and then the shit come out, they're like, oh, okay, whatever, he's already gone.
It's just sad that under capitalism that there's no consequences for these people, and people say, "Oh, well, they can't make any more money or whatever." The money that they already have is
Well,
amazing.
that's
And
what happens when you leave people unaccountable.
yeah, like Sam Bankman-Fried is walking around alive with his head still attached to his shoulders, man.
I
Like
know.
You know what's
people are like,
fun?
"Oh, he lost his money."
Everybody hates Russia, but like I'll tell you what, right now in Russia, he would have just been killed.
Oh,
That's it.
absolutely,
Like they just killed him.
absolutely.
They had
Yeah.
a thing where there was a telemarket scam running in Russia where they were just blasting people like to like an insane volume, and people were like, "You have to stop calling me." And the scammer was basically like, "Yeah, I don't though, do I? What the fuck are you gonna do about it, poor people?" So then they found out where he lived, and they just threw him out a window. And because he was also, when the government was like, "We are asking you politely to stop doing this," he was like, "Go fuck yourselves," and he started like shutting down Russian social services. Right? The people of Russia were like, "Well, we're gonna go handle this like we handled the Tsar," and he was like, "Oh my God, you have to come and help me," and they're like, "We're on break," like they just literally told him, they're like, "Yeah, we're on break though, so good luck. Hope you don't
I
die."
feel like there was some interesting stuff popping off with all these fucking pat sock idiots, like
Like here,
uh,
Jackson Ankle.
like I was really kind of keeping up with the guys that are doing pat sock stuff and the guys that are doing MAGA communism and all that stuff.
Oh,
But
fuck that.
The Kanye thing just wiped everything else out of mine and everyone else's brains.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
it was dying before the Kanye thing happened.
yeah. I mean, there's nowhere to go with that for them.
Now they're
If you
trying to
know
ride. Now they're trying to ride the coattails of the Kanye thing.
Yeah.
Right. If you know anything, you already knew that it was just Nazballs for the second or third or fifth time or whatever. So,
By the way,
those
just
of us
real
that
quick,
know anything about
chat. I agree. I'm kind of worried though that him voicing Waka is what's going to bring him down.
that.
I have a non. It's a remote worry because people would actually have to pay attention to Final Fantasy X today. But there is a worry of mine that is like, there's a non-zero chance that he could eat shit for this.
I do like that he reined it in on Heidegger in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Because if you've never played Final Fantasy VII before, you don't know how evil Heidegger and Shinra is about to get, right?
Yeah.
So if he just came out the first time you ever saw Heidegger and he was like, "Wah!" then it would be too obvious how dirty they were going to get, right?
Yeah.
Like, my spouse has never seen Final Fantasy VII. So when we were fucking with the remake, she was like, well, why would they just drop part of the city on the poor people? That's so wasteful and stupid. And I'm like, no, you gotta, no. just wait.
Yeah, just wait. That's the thing? Okay.
Yeah, just wait.
Just
Just
wait.
He wasn't ready.
wait.
I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered at all. I'm not bothered. Yeah. No,
Fucking
I am for real though worried about him eating shit for Waka, and it's like, come on, man, that was 2000. Let's just like he doesn't do it now.
right. It's not
Like,
like it's not like he put on like Caribbean blackface or something when he went into the voice booth or whatever. Like everything about that character is ridiculous, but there's also 1,000 other ridiculous things about that game. Like,
yeah,
and all of those games really. Like, what was it? Every time they do, sometimes he's Genji, sometimes he's Gogo, sometimes he's it's kind of an Arabic sort of scimitar wielding sort of multi-armed guy that resurfaces in multiple Final Fantasies. Like
Gilgamesh.
the
Yeah.
yeah, Gilgamesh. Yeah, kind of a Sumerian kind of thing. Okay, the first time that dude ever had voice lines, they were not sensitive. But
No.
I've only ever seen remakes after that. Like it's wild to me, like where all that stuff ended up. That eventually people just stopped using like oh it's the Arabic guy voice, oh it's the African guy voice, like all that stuff just disappeared like over the course of 2 or 3 years, and oh it's memory hold, nobody remembers,
Yeah. We should do
But
another Final Fantasy episode. We haven't done one of those in years.
yeah, like I'm trying to think if there's any stuff that like maybe is a little less well known that we really could have hit on this show that we never did. I know we hit how good Tactics is. I know we hit that Final Fantasy Tactics is a game where they tell you that Jesus is coming back, and when he comes back, it's a fake Jesus, and he drinks everyone's blood.
Yeah, which is based.
I know we hit that. I know we hit Final Fantasy 15 being an incredible expression of Japanese like white passing supremacy. Um, I know we hit shit. There was some really hinky stuff in original 7, but they cleaned it up pretty well. I don't know. I was impressed with their little cross dressing sequence in 7 remake.
You know what?
Thought they did okay.
I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here right now. TransCloud did nothing wrong in Final Fantasy VII. Gay Curious Cloud did nothing wrong.
It just makes me so mad to see it because when that thing was right about to launch, it was right about to be COVID. And totally kick-ass drag performer Bit Puddin had landed this gig for Square North America to dress as Cloud for some big fucking reveal party and do both outfits, right? Because drag Cloud looks exactly like Bitch anyway.
Yeah.
And Bit Puddin got played worse than anybody ever got fucking played because all of a sudden COVID happened and they didn't do that party. That motherfucker would have been like the brand of how gay Final Fantasy is now in the States. That motherfucker would have had a field day with that shit.
And
You
it
know?
should. I'll say this: out of all like my favorite like Japanese role playing games, I honestly think Seven handled like homosexuality and non heterosexuality like the best.
Oh, absolutely.
Unironically, like I really do believe that. I think that's the one because people like point to like Persona. They'll point to Persona 4 and be like, "Do you see how respectful they were to the gays?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, like that time that gay kid was like, thank fuck I'm not gay. She just happens
Yeah,
to be cross dressing and I'm into it." Like, yeah, it's
I
like
had a
that's really
nightmare.
sensitive. What the fuck?
I had a nightmare. I had a nightmare that's a whole dungeon about being trapped in a bathhouse. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was real sensitive. That's what I would do if I was trying to be sensitive to that community. The
Gay guys hanging out in bathhouses. That's like you might as well say that they're at the park. You might as well say that they're up the street at the park
yeah,
in
they're
the
down at
fucking public
Lollipop Park.
bathroom.
Yeah, they're hanging out at Lollipop Park. Yeah. No, it's like get the
So bad.
get the fuck out of here, dude. Persona's like the one thing I'll say is like Persona, politically speaking, is probably out of like all of them, definitely the best. But that is like a glaring blind spot that they need to
Well,
fucking work on.
would you say though that okay, so obviously we're kind of down on the idea of doing the remakes, doing the just straight up remakes of everything. But would you say that it is kind of interesting? Like, okay, Barrett's speech to the Shinra employees on the train in Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Yeah,
where the Shinra employees are dissing Avalanche, and Barrett's like says a bunch of really based shit or whatever. I don't think they changed very much of that, and I was kind of interested to see that, right? Like,
Well,
already had this idea in a game that's that old. You had dialogue that was about, should you do violent or non-violent protest? And the character makes a strong argument that it has to be violent. I was really surprised,
yeah, Maoist Barrett, dude. No,
Right.
the thing I'll say about Barrett is when they do a thing. You're familiar with Sojourner Truth, right?
Yes.
They do a thing with that where they have like her original speech was probably somewhere between "Aren't I a woman?" and "Ain't I a woman?" right? And each side
Yeah.
kind of like plays up like, are we trying to make her look bad or are we trying to make her look good? You know what I mean? And I
Right.
feel like they did that in Final Fantasy VII, and it was like it was on a line that I like to think that they did okay on, but in retrospect, I don't know if I'd have like I don't know, like in text, I don't know if I'd have had him talk like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like they still crutched it in on this thing where the black dude has this aggressive kind of urban kind of personality, like, right? Like they
Yeah,
crutched it in on that. But
yeah,
the character doesn't really have a backstory in the game except that he just grew up in the slums with everybody else. So like, what are we supposed to imagine? Are we supposed to imagine like they're all kids and like white Tifa and white Jesse and white Wedge and white Vix are all standing around playing hopscotch, and then Barrett comes up and he's, sup? You know what I mean? Like what? Like where? In our world, these cultural stereotypes and codes, if you will, like they say, people code switch. This stuff kind of comes from somewhere. But in Final Fantasy
yeah,
VII, there's no massive cultural industry like promoting this like aggressive, tough street black dude identity. So like, where does it come from with Barrett? Like he
right.
just completely stands out visually and vocal performance wise from everything else in the world. Like he's just like the only dude like that. Like
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
because Dine doesn't talk like that. The other black characters in the game, few as they are, don't talk like that. Like Barrett's uniquely the one who talks like like a street revolutionary. Like it's
Yes.
sketchy, and he does. They do him a little bit. They do him a little more justice in speech in the remake.
Oh yeah,
I
it's toned
think.
down a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, like keeping him as an angry person. Like I know, like an angry black guy stereotype, but like if you were Barrett, would you be like, should you be like Cornell West? I don't think so. Like
No, certainly not.
it would be laudable if you were, but I think like if you're pissed off and you live in that world, like that seems like the correct position to have. That seems
If
like a
they if
marker
they
of sanity and reasonableness. Like
if they remake Final Fantasy 13, they're gonna get Cornell West to do the voice acting for Saz.
I hope
He's gonna
so.
be it's gonna be a black university professor with a chocobo that lives in his afro.
Yeah. Okay, who's the better black guy between the two right now? You have to pick Zaz or Barrett.
Well, I mean, I think Barrett is one of the most standout, memorable characters in the whole series, and Saz, just like a lot of other stuff in 13, is forgettable. So even if Barrett has some stereotypes, it has to be Barrett. Like that's what people remember.
Is that the consensus? Does everybody agree with that?
Oh,
I
I didn't.
didn't play it.
I wasn't a big fan of Final Fantasy in the day.
No?
Just 13 specifically, or just like the whole jam.
I played 7, 8, 9, but I was never really big in any of them.
As a guy that likes visual arts, you might someday want to check out the 4K re-release of 12. They did some cool stuff in 12
I
with like blenders and shaders, but I would say other than that, it's forgettable.
Yeah, I have the 7 remake. I didn't even get too far in it.
With 12,
Cool.
they achieve a cool look of like sort of hand painted like 3D objects. I would say 12 is worth checking out just for that reason, just how it looks, like just from a visual arts perspective. But 12, other than that, is forgettable.
Very forgettable. 12 is bad. The characters are so like the characters are incredibly forgettable in 12.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, like
Like
there's
they give you your main character, and you're like, oh, it's a blonde boy with shorts. I'm shocked. I'm
you just did this in 10.
amazed. Yeah, it's really, there's not a lot of new ground there as far as characters. The summons are immaculately well designed and animated in 12.
Yeah.
Backgrounds are
I
incredible.
did think it was progressive. They made his girlfriend a lesbian. I thought that was pretty progressive, but I was like, was Van supposed to be a lesbian? Like, was did you just at the last minute you were like, God damn it, we can't do it. So it was like, come on, man. Pinello was clearly coded as gay, and it's like they should have bit the bullet. Of course, like I think if I remember correctly, Bosch was supposed to be the main character, and they were like, nobody's gonna want a grizzled old man as the main character, and it was like, wasn't that more or less around the time of Metal Gear Solid? Like,
well, they were trying to pick up the torch from an old SquareSoft game by the same visual designer called Vagrant Story,
yeah,
which had
I
these
do
like
remember that one. That one was pretty cool.
yeah, it had a really unique style of gameplay. It had really neat character designs and stuff. And they kind of tried to pick that up and run with it, but it just gets lost in the idea that they felt like they needed to have 200 or 500 fucking hours of gameplay to call it a Final Fantasy, and you really don't. I mean,
no,
that's not part of the formula, really.
The piston contest. They gotta be the biggest.
that was part of that era though. Like,
Yeah, it was late gen PS2. Like, when I bought it, I was psyched for the amount of hours I was getting for $60. You know.
yeah, and then in retrospect, you're like, this feels like suicide. I hate this game for this many hours. It was like a brutal type of suicide. You're like, oh God, why did I do this to myself? I have to apologize to my parents. This is how my life turned out.
There's so few things that are on the horizon now that I'm excited for. Like, I want to see what they do with the Silent Hill 2 remake. I want to play the new Resident Evils. Like, I want to play that 4 remake and stuff. But there's just like so much stuff. The horror stuff I'm still excited about, but there's so few games I can really say that are in development that I give a shit like how it comes out.
Honestly, like right now, like, you know what I'm thinking? I'm like, you need to bite the bullet. You need to buy a capture card, and I just need to sit here and play some of these like incredibly long RPGs that we have and just talk.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh god. Yeah.
we just need to transform into our final form, which is political gaming nerds. And like,
It really.
I'm so lazy though. Like, you have no
you
idea.
don't-
And this inflation is like killing me. I'm like, I'm doing fine, but like if I were to buy a capture card, I'm like, I'd have to give up 2 meals in a week. Like, I'm right at that point.
If we ever do like Xenogears PS1,
Yeah.
and then also let me think. Man, there was some fucking hellified shit back then. Fucking Xenogears PS1,
Well,
fucking
if you can't do the capture card, can't you do emulation?
Some of it, but like I can't fire off like I have the Final Fantasy X remake and the 10-2 remake sitting around for PS4, which would pop if I, especially like with my computer, you know what I mean? But it would just pop. But if I do it on the PS2 emulator, I could do it, but it's just not gonna look as good. You know what I mean? And like there's at some point, like even I have a bare minimum.
Also, it would not take as long to do these things as we're thinking. Like, if we didn't do Blitzball, if we didn't do cards, you know what I mean?
Would
Like,
totally sit through Blitzball. I am totally making the audience sit through Blitzball. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm a master of that game. Okay. First off,
I enjoy Blitzball. Don't get me wrong.
First off, have you ever? Can you beat the Luca? Can you beat the Luca opener? The first time you played Blitzball with the, can you beat it? Because this motherfucker can 5-3 it. Okay, I can 5-3 that shit.
What do you have to do? You have to make Dado the goalie, and then you have to. There's something else you have to do.
What you do, basically, what you do, yeah, you make Dado the goalie, and then like what you do is you spam spear shots from the corner.
Oh yeah, because it's physically broken.
Yes.
Even though a lot of other things about it are pretty tight, there's like a little cheat spot. I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, that's what you do. You dunk on it, and then like once you get to a certain part of the game, you just nap shot from like the minute the blitz ball breaks. You have everybody rush in on the center, strip the ball, and then immediately nap shot into the goalie. Because either you'll just succeed from half court. Yeah, you can get up to like 12 points.
The soccer special attack that makes people fall asleep. Man, I thought that was just the World Cup.
Yeah.
But actually...
Oh! Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Every shot is a half shot.
Yeah.
I forgot about that shit.
That's what you do with that one, though. Like, blitzball theorist extraordinaire here. My
God
friends,
damn it.
you remember our buddy Dave, right? MJP,
Who?
Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have competitions as to who could rack up the highest score, and I won that game. Unequivocally the best at blitzball, hands down, in my shitty little town. I
Speaking
crushed
of
that shit.
stuff we need to revisit in these old Final Fantasies, aren't a lot of the best blitzball players the Al Bhed, the guys
Uh-huh.
that live in the desert and are good at like fighting asymmetrical guerrilla warfare against things? Isn't that?
Yeah, the tech Muslims are the best. Tech Muslims rock at soccer.
Yeah, like right around the part of the game where you need to, have like illegal airships and build bombs and stuff. They got your back.
Yeah. Weird how that turns out, right?
God damn it. All right, I gotta close this place down, get the fuck out of here. You guys, this is fucking fantastic as always.
Yeah. It's
I
good
love when I
having
get
you
to come
back.
on here. God
That was
damn
good
it.
to hear you.
Yes, it was extremely, extremely good doing this with y'all as always. Dan,
Absolutely.
MJP, Jink, I will catch you guys as soon as I can.
Peace out.
Peace
Have a
out.
good
Yeah.
night. Thanks for all
On the flip
listeners, thanks
side.
for listening. I love you, listeners. Good night.
And with that, I think we're good for the evening. You boys feeling it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good. We went to a long tangent on the Final Fantasy there randomly, but okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, long tangents on something unrelated to the night's topic is kind of our MO.
Yeah. It's on brand.
That
Yeah.
checks out.
We got to be on brand. We got to be us, whatever's in our heads. Although it did come out of left field, I will say that. I wasn't expecting that to be the thing that we connect to Kanye's anti-Semitism. All right. Hey, y'all have a good night. We love you. Don't die. It would be best if you didn't. We prefer that. And yeah, be good. Don't go
Night,
Kanye.
America. Don't Kanye.
Kanye.
Don't Kanye it.
Don't yay.